and we'll get started with the All Shield call for September. So it's the usual um, agenda, announcements, updates from working group, steering committee working group, and any open discussion items. Oh, and we are not needing to do that because we did that. Okay. So, announcements of interest, all the ballots are done, so everybody is in ballot reconciliation. The fire extension pack is also closed as of last night. Um, the Live It on Fire, I know I've been saying this a lot, but Rob, you could attest, we think we're gonna get it done in October, right? Um, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be in October. I don't think there's any reason that it would need to go any longer than that. Hopefully it can
Excellent.
conclude in October.
Excellent. So September and October will be productive months then from an OO publishing perspective. They did publish the continuous glucose monitoring IG last week, and cancer pathology and V2 to fire mapping should both be published in the next 2 weeks or so. They both passed the TSC vote last week, so it's just a matter of getting them officially published. And then we're still working on the Universal Fire Lab report ballot reconciliation. And that's pretty much all I have from an HL7 update perspective. Rob or anybody else got any more that I forgot that I should be talking about?
No, I wish I had a little more clear update on when we'll be ready with the lab report stuff, but it's still a good bit
Yeah,
of
there's
work to
still
do.
quite a few of items,
Yeah,
right, to reconcile. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll keep this group updated for sure. All right. So from a federal government announcements perspective, the suggestions for version 7 USCDI closed yesterday, and I'm happy to report Shield submitted comments. I've included the link here. The top part is for vote and as submitted. The bottom of the page has some of the discussions we've had. So thanks for everybody who submitted their input, and hopefully um, that'll be helpful to ONC. Are there any other announcements people want to make?
Hey Ricky, it's Sarah.
Hey,
Hi. ONC has announced the timing of our upcoming annual meeting. It will be February 11th and 12th, and the information for registration is available on healthit.gov.
okay, I will add the link. Um,
I'll grab it for you and put it in chat.
oh, excellent. Excellent. And it's in person, right?
Yes, that's correct. And
Okay.
Andrea is so fast. She put it in
Sorry, I was
before I
looking
could
for it
even
when you guys were talking about it. It does
appreciate
say
it.
that the plenary sessions will be available for viewing online though, right, Sarah?
Yes.
Nope. Okay, I have to click on it to actually be able to copy it. So I will do that. Copy it. Come on. All right. Great. That's great news. I'll put that on my calendar for sure. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe I can make it this time. Any other federal announcements? If not, we'll go to other announcements. So, Andrea, do you want to talk about this one since you helped organize it?
Sure. Just before this call, there was an email sent that the Sequoia Project Data Usability Taking Root virtual workshop was has the recordings now available. So we put the link in the slides and we can put that also in the chat. There's a whole chapter of the new implementation guide on laboratory data exchange. It's mostly focused downstream from the laboratory, but includes use cases related to public health, provider to private provider exchanges, and then also laboratories to providers for reference lab testing. Well, not just reference lab, but just generally. The idea though too is that it also goes across different HL7 implementation guides. And there's just a lot of great information mentioning kind of a lot of things we've been promoting at Shield from an interoperability perspective. But the afternoon session, session 2, kind of give an overview, and we talked with some of the providers about some of the challenges in HIE, and then there's a second session where you go into more in depth, and Ricky talks about the public health reporting aspects and use of LOINC and etc. So a lot of good information there, and good to hear the questions and responses from folks too.
And Shield is mentioned also, so. So yeah, you just need to click on this workshop recording, give them name and email address, and then viewing the recording is free. So that's pretty good. And I'll put the link to the usability IG in the slides as well. But I won't bore you with me trying to find it right now.
And I'll just mention too on the standards, it's a lot of the existing standards that are posted in USCDI, available HL7 implementation guides, as Dee Dee explains, kind of leveraging what's available there. And then a lot of the aspects related for laboratory interoperability. So trying to lift everybody up together. So hopefully it will help everyone.
Yep. Okay, upcoming meetings. We've got the ADLM webinar set for October 22nd. Andrea and I are working on the slides. There's AMIA with a presentation on Shield November 15th through the 19th in Atlanta, and registration is open. I've included the link, and we're hoping to see the slides at the steering committee level here pretty soon. The LOINC conference is sooner, October 7th through the 10th, so next week in Montreal. And I think registration is still open, right, Isa? And if you have any other thoughts you want to mention to that, you know.
Hi, Ricky. Yes, sorry, I was trying to find my unmute button. Yes, it is open, and we are looking for, you are welcome to register. We are looking forward for it. There have been a lot of work done for the education piece, which is on Tuesday, and you are welcome to join either virtually or in person. So please check the our LOINC conference link, and we look forward to see you.
Yep. Great. And then the SNOMET meeting is 2 weeks later in Antwerp, Belgium, but also online, and registration for that is also still open. Jim, do you have any more you want to say about that?
Yeah, let me make sure I got the expo dates right. So the expo goes from the 22nd to the 24th. So there's some pre-expo things. So the business meeting is from the 19th to the 22nd, but then the expo is the 23rd and 24th primarily. Yeah, and registration is still open.
Excellent. Thank you for fixing me there. And then we have open for submission. So proposals are due beginning of November for both the ASCLS JAM in 2026 and for ADLM in 2026. So I'm not sure what folks are thinking, whether we should be submitting. I'm sure it's going to be a discussion for the steering committee, but if anybody already knows they're going to attend those sessions, or going to those meetings, let us know. Oh, and the SNOMET business meeting, I know, I think Rob, you're on, and Kareem, you're also on. You're going to talk about the container thing, the container modeling in SNOMED. But did you still want like a little blurb about Shield, or you don't need it?
I mean, I wasn't going to talk about the container model. I don't know anything about it, but if
Oh,
Rob's
okay.
going to,
Well, it was in the
Rob's going to do,
discussion.
yeah, if Rob's going to do it, then yeah, you're welcome to have a slot in the terminology standards group session, which is going to be the Tuesday morning. That's the 21st, isn't it? At 9 a.m.
So are you talking about the European, the
Yeah, I'm
proposed
talking about
European?
the European container modeling. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be discussed more than most likely it's going to be discussed a little bit more at the editorial advisory group meeting, since that's where it's been under discussion in terms of, you know, the specifics around the modeling.
Okay.
Hmm. So I guess, we should note that then.
Okay.
So the main thing that we have talked about it at a couple of the meetings in the past, the main thing is whether or not there's enough interest internationally to go through the effort of creating a new model within SNOMED, because it's going to require substantive changes to the concept model for
Mhm.
physical objects. And the main thing is that the initial plan was that it only affected 70 concepts out of many thousands.
Mhm.
So there
Yeah.
needs to be some more
Discussion. That makes
expressed
sense.
interest, well, more interest from the community
Hmm.
to go through that level of change to support a small number of concepts.
Okay. All right. So if other folks think there needs to be that needs to happen, I think the standards working group did look at the model and provided some feedback, which is why there was some discussion about give a brief intro to who Shield is so that they know who this feedback was coming from. But if other groups also have interest in that, think that's a good idea, and maybe it applies to more than just containers. Then let Jim know, I think. Is that a good way to just have people tell you if people from this group have interest in it?
Yeah, I mean, if people want to send me comments directly, I can put it on our discussion page about the topic.
Okay. Okay.
We've recently completely redone all of our supporting infrastructure at SNOMED, and so we're still trying to learn the ropes of where things are supposed to go and
Which,
how they're supposed to be
yeah,
documented. So
I saw the email. I have to reset up my account too. So good reminder. And you did put something in the chat. Jim, do you want to talk about that?
oh, so the European Health Data Space project has a specification out that is open for comment now. I think the comments have to be in by October 13th or something like that. So it's a fairly short timeline, but it is a logical specification and terminology bindings for laboratory results. And so if people are interested in taking a look at that, I can try and find the link. We have an internal link, but I don't think people have access to our internal link because of the changes. But the name of the specification is there in the chat, and
Yeah.
you can find it on the web, along with mechanisms to comment.
Okay, excellent. I will add it. I have to type it out of the chat because my chat has copying out of the chat disabled at the moment. um, And I'll put the whatever link I find in here as well before I post the slides. Okay. Oh, Andrea did it. Alrighty. So if I click on the links, then I can get there. It's the first one. And the second one. That's the first. Okay. All right. So I have the links. I'll put them in the slides. Recent meeting updates. Andrea and I could think of the CAP 2025 in Orlando, Florida. I don't know if anybody attended that. Or if there were any other meetings people attended that, and they can give an update on anything that's of relevance to SHIELD potentially. Not hearing any. Okay. Then I can give you an update on the steering committee. We've been meeting in the last couple of meetings. We've really focused on the suggestions for US CDI version 7. I have a link to the latest meeting minutes up here. We did update our charter, so that is listed here, and we provided some feedback on the leader white paper, so that working group is looking at those feedback suggestions, and we'll probably come back with a new version here, hopefully soon. And then we will look tomorrow on our call at the survey results of the SHIELD membership. So I'm looking forward to learning more about what you guys all think. Any questions on the steering committee updates? All right, IBD Data Hub Working Group is basically on hold because we really need to have some FDA involvement, I think, to make meaningful progress. I don't think Nick is on, but that's kind of what we were talking about. So we're waiting there. Leader is meeting every month now, though we've decided we didn't get through all our topics on the last call, which the minutes to which are linked right here. So we've added another call October 14th to keep working on the leader effort and probably what it means, to use the leader tool that Deloitte developed. And I don't know, Russ, do you want to talk more about that maybe?
I can share that, it's still being worked on, but in a very limited capacity.
Okay.
So, and I know that Keith is out this week, but he can probably provide a better update on where it is. But its development is being used with a focus on the VA at this point in time. So that just may flavor sort of where the development goes.
Okay. Yeah, well, Keith hasn't been able to participate in these meetings for a while, so hopefully soon. But thank you for that update. Much appreciated. All right, next up is the communications and branding work group. Eric, I did see that you were on the call.
Yeah, hi everyone. I think you already mentioned it, Ricky. We do have the survey results. We put a presentation together, and we're looking forward to presenting that tomorrow to the steering committee. Just get everyone's feedback on that, see if it does help us, give some suggestions for things we can do better or different, or how to also maybe continue to attract participation in the group. But that's been our primary focus, is getting that done. Yeah, so we're excited to have it to the point where it can present on it tomorrow.
That's excellent. And then that one pager for the conferences, I think I don't remember if there were any more changes needed.
Yeah, I
based
think
on
I need
feedback.
to get back. Yeah, we didn't get to address that, but we will go back and look at that. Now that we have this done, we'll get that wrapped up as soon as we.
Awesome. And as
Yeah.
you can see, Eric, there's only 2 members in this group at the moment, so they could potentially use more help. So if that's something that interests you and you have some time, contact Eric. I included his email link there. And because it's only 2 members, we don't have a set call cadence. It just goes by whenever those 2 people can meet. So
we do have a bi-weekly meeting, but because it's just the 2 of us, we've kind of been moving it around.
Exactly. So so if you're interested, contact Eric, and then he can tell you when the next call actually is happening. And then the standards and vocab work group, the minutes from September 9th are not updated or not out yet, but we were looking at the container modeling for SNOMED CT that we've already mentioned and provided some feedback back to that group. And our next call with that group is the October 14th, which we moved because it otherwise overlapped with the SNOMED conference. So any other topics? Anybody, anything? I'm not hearing any. All right. I keep going past the slide because I haven't done anything on that. But to the call cadence, so we have these calls set up normally the 4th Tuesday. But we did change the call in December because most everybody is not going to be around and wanting to be on a call December 25th or whatever it fell on. And then we currently don't have any special topics. So the October second topic call, special topic call, October 14th, we are going to use that for the steering committee to review the ADLM slides. And November 18th, we're looking for topics. So if anybody has any topics they're interested in, they want to present on, please let us know. Send an email to the entire list or just to Andrea and myself. And with that, I don't have anything else. If not, I'll talk to some of you tomorrow and some of you on October 28th. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your day.
All right, that's good.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.